Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Welcome to Always Forever Creations. My name is Stephanie, and if you are new, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I plan to store my Distress Ink domed foams. I would like one for every color because I'm extra. It's not necessary to have one for every color. You can have one for every color family. I just had the thought of if I'm like constantly trying to rub color out of it or clean it, I feel like it could wear on the foam faster and I'd be having to buy more anyway. I feel like if I have one for each, it's maybe a little more money up front, but it will hopefully last a very, very, very long time. I have a dome foam for each one. We're going to go through 20 today. These 20. So let's get started. This idea came from Amy at Lail by Mail. I will link her channel below and her website. She sells kits to make this, and then you kind of have everything you need to do so. But I kind of had most of the stuff. I feel bad not buying the kit from her, but also like I had half the things you need to do this, and I'm not doing half the work that she did to make this. But she also has some really cool stuff on there. She has a really cool swatch stamp that I'm interested in. So you never know. Maybe in the future, hopefully I will be able to make a purchase. But yeah, it's like a small online craft store, so you can go check it out. They do sell like some of well-known products that we all love, like 49 Market and Simple Stories, things like that. Okay, so this piece here I created in Excel. I don't think I filmed, because I made it a little while ago. I don't think I filmed the boxes. I can kind of write down the pixel size of each box if you would like and put that in the description box. Each box is 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches. But off the top of my head, I don't know what that is in pixels because that's what Excel works in. And then I put Distress Ink. And then I went to Ranger.com to get the swatch page, and I copy and pasted the name of each ink into my Excel and then changed the size and the font and everything to what I liked. So yes, and I did film that part, and I started that, and then I got 2 pages in and realized that I wanted picket fence to be at the beginning, because that is how, like, I organize a lot of my craft supplies in rainbow color, like all my fabric, all my paper, they're all in rainbow color. But I always start with white. So I wanted that to be consistent. So I start with white and go into pink, red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, brown, gray, black is what I usually do. So that's what we're doing here. I picked the purple section. I showed you kind of the shot of my 20 inks set up here. I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry. This might be a very boring video because it's not really that hard to set this up. It's just time consuming. So yes, I have all the purples and most of the blues. And of course, one going into that brown with antique linen. That's just kind of how it's set up. I'm just doing a continuous color wave across whole sheets. I'm not like breaking up each color family because that would take more bins. So I'm not sure how I'm going to organize my Distress oxides because I don't have all the oxides. It would be nice. I don't know if I'll ever get there. But yes, that will be interesting to see how to do that. Okay, anyway, enough rambling. Let's get to organizing. Whoa. So what I am going to be doing is opening this. These are the Ranger mini domed inks. I actually think some of mine are from scrapbook.com. I don't know if there's a quality difference or anything, but multiple brands sell these domed foams, I guess is what I'm saying. A lot of my inks aren't even open yet. There are some colors here that I did not know existed. I don't know what they look like. I thought they were a gray, not a blue. Oh no. I will say, no. Why? I have to reprint this because I just do. There's not a consistency in how juicy the ink pads is. I've had several that have leaked. And then I have some that almost feel like they're dry. Okay, things aren't going as planned as usual, but this is how it prints, and then I just cut right on the line because these don't really fit in like they need to be just slightly smaller to fit in the cases. Did forget to mention a couple things. This is printed on like a heavier printer paper. It's like Staples brand. And the cases are 5x7 photo cases. And I picked those up at the Container Store, but I know lots of places probably sell them, especially online. Like, pretty sure you can get them online at Joann or Michael's. Scrapbook.com has their own version of them. Okay, let's see if we can be less messy. Now my hands are going to be blue for the rest of the day. Lovely. Okay. Probably 20 minutes into this video. And haven't even gotten to anything yet. My filming, I think so. Okay, Dauber Dome Foam. Probably don't need to press too much in there. And then I'm just putting a circle in the square. That one's easy because this is a juicy pad. It's the juicy pads like this that I'm having a harder time working with, like clear stamps. Kind of just get that watery look. And then once I have that point, I need it to dry. I'm gonna put so once this dries, I'm gonna put a Velcro dot on it. This is, I think, the hook part, right? Can you just buy the hook part? I'm gonna have a lot of loop part, and I don't know what to do with just that half because I always feel like I always need the hook. I'm gonna have to get more Velcro today or tomorrow to kind of finish the rest because this is all I have left. I don't know if this is dry yet, but I'm not gonna put the Just gonna try to get it in the center. And my whole point with this was to be able to see the name and know where to put the dome foam. It's not really so much to see the color, just this is for storage purposes. So, and that is it. And then the foam will sit on top of there. But I'm not gonna put the foams on until the end once they're all done. Because I believe they will get in the way. I'm just gonna empty this packaging, kind of put a foam on each one. You guys can't see. So that's what we're doing. So what should we talk about? Here is Mermaid Lagoon. You know, I'm so concerned about getting the center like really saturated, but the Velcro is going on it. I mean, if you've never seen all the colors. See, this one feels a lot drier. And I think I just opened this one today. I haven't used it yet. Yep. How are you all doing today? I hope all is well. I'm sorry if this ends up being a boring video. Maybe I'll speed up some areas or just skip over some areas. But I am really excited to have this now because I feel like I haven't been able to use some of the inks yet because I didn't have a tool to use them with. Salty Ocean looks glittery. What is happening? It looks like, I mean, if you look at it straight on, it doesn't, but when you tilt it, there's like speckles in it. And speaking of speckled egg. See, this one I thought was more gray, not blue. Although I guess speckled egg, like a robin egg, would be blue-ish. Ooh, that's a juicy one. This one, Weathered Wood, I had never heard of it. I've never seen it. I would have thought it would be a gray, not a blue. But I'm just going off of like the chart sheet or the swatch sheet that's on Ranger. See, this one seems dry. I don't know. Is this an old color? Maybe it's been sitting at Simon Says Stamps for a while. Wow, that's a lot darker too than I thought it would be. Okay, that just looks gray to me. I don't agree that should have been in the blue section. Ice Spruce. I had Ice Spruce in the mini. Oh wow, that overlapped a lot. That doesn't bother me. As long as I can still read the name, I'm fine with that. I guess technically you don't even have to put the colors in them at all, but it does help because you can see around and it's like a quick reference of color. But I mean, when this is on top of it, you're not going to see that at all. You're just going to see the dome foam. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to swatch all the colors. Stormy Sky. I think that's another one. I've never really seen this one or heard of it much. I know everyone kind of has their favorite colors, and then they're your go-tos. And then some colors, like I don't use it because for whatever reason, I gravitate towards this color. So it is overwhelming to kind of see and have all the colors. But I want to try to use them all and get more into inking and making backgrounds and things. It's been fun learning. This is probably dry now and it still looks really gray to me. So does Ice Spruce. It looks more like a gray. Like if I were not using the chart, I would have put those in my gray section, I think. Actually, I'm very sure that's what I would have done. Prized Ribbon and Blueprint Sketch, at least like the packaging looks very similar to me. Oh, I like it. I wish I could have got all my circles to look like that. Okay, this is more like a true royal blue, cubby blue. That's what I call it, cubby blue. My broken china is still leaking everywhere and it's just sitting there. I dropped this on the floor. I have no idea how that is not covered in hair. Okay, moving on to the purples. Yay! Milled Lavender. I know, like, lavender is a purple. It's a light purple, but this looks pink to me. Like, I would have put that one and Victorian Velvet with the pinks. That is nice. Ooh. That kind of, I have this in oxide and I feel like the oxide doesn't look like this, which can happen. I think I'm gonna add this color to my Scary Stories palette for the journals that I'm making. Oop. Whoa, that's dark. What is this? Oh, Seedless Preserves. Oh, that really got loaded up. Dark. I'm gonna try to get some of those lighter tones on the edge. That one was messy. Now I'm getting rainbow on my fingers. Rainbowy colors, lovely. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done. Are you bored yet? Last night we took my son out to dinner to celebrate finishing kindergarten. He's officially a first grader. Oh, it's so crazy. But we went to Portillo's, and it's like a Chicago style hot dog beef sandwich type place if you're not familiar. And it is good. Their beef sandwiches are really good. I think if you're like in Chicago and that's where you live, you go to Portillo's for the beef sandwiches, and then the hot dogs. The hot dogs are good. Like, that's where we get our Chicago style hot dogs out here, but here in Chicago, you probably go to like Gene and Jude's. This isn't opening. But yeah, I got a hot dog with mustard and pickle. What is happening? I hadn't opened this one yet. It was still in packaging. Ooh. Whoa, that's dark. Am I gonna be able to close this now? Yes, okay. But yeah, I got a hot dog, mustard and pickle. I got a salad. So good. I really wanted a strawberry shake, but I didn't. I didn't get it. But they do have decent shakes there. I don't like the cake shakes though. I don't really care for cake too much, so I can't do a cake shake, just a regular shake. But yeah, that's one of their like famous things there, cake shakes. They take a whole piece of cake and they'll put it in your shake. It is exactly what it sounds like. This one surprised me. This one's juicy. I have a small one, and I guess it was not juicy at all because I feel like they were two different colors, but they were both ink. Had the antique linen in mini, and it was very, very light. Like, this almost looked like vintage photo to me rather than antique linen. I don't know. The more saturated the inks are, the darker they're gonna be, obviously. But they're translucent, so you can kind of build on them and darken up areas and lighten up areas. Or have lighter areas, I should say. Okay. Oh, fuzz. Yay, we have our card. That was the hard part. Now, stick all these down. Okay, I'm gonna put the card back in here. And now we can load up the foams. And even when the foams are in, I can read the names. I'm not really pushing down because the foams are still wet. Okay, I can kind of read them. Some of them, like this one's really covered, but I'm not too worried about it. Amy, who I got this idea from, put like the dot labels with the names on top here, so she knew what was where. But again, like I feel like as I use them, I will learn. And I'm gonna have some kind of swatches. I don't know what to do yet. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm gonna have swatches so I can kind of build my color palettes, and then I can go look for what I need in those from the swatches. This isn't a swatch for me. This is just storage. So, but that is it. I'm sorry if this was boring, but I hope it gives you ideas. And if you search dome foam or dauber storage or foam dauber storage, things like that, you're gonna get, lots of ideas. It's a matter of what works in your space, what you have room for, what type of organizer you are. And that is something that each individual kind of has to figure out for themselves. So it's nice that people put out ideas out there for you, but just know, like, if one of those things doesn't work for you, that's okay. You just might need to pivot and find something else. I'm a visual organizer, so I like that this is clear. I'm not sure, so my bins came in this case here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them in the case or if I will just like stack them in my drawer and use the case for something else. I don't know, like envelopes. Sorry. If I do keep them in the case, I'll probably label some of the sides either way, like distressed ink, broken china to antique linen type thing. So I don't know about that yet. I kind of have to see how I use them. If I don't know that I necessarily want to if I keep them in this case, I will take the lid off just so they're kind of easier to pull out. And then it could also potentially store in a drawer or even just like on the floor underneath me or in my cart or something, and then they're like easy to pull out because I want to be able to access these pretty regularly. I don't want to have to go digging for them, if that makes sense. Okay, that is it for today's video. If I can manage to get the other 50 plus colors done before I upload this video or get it fully edited, I will put in pictures of all the finished ones. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel inspired and motivated and you get some good crafting time in today. If you are new and you are still here, I hope you will subscribe, leave me a comment, give the video a like. How do you store your foams, whether they're flat or domed? However, how do you store them? And I realize that most people do not have all the colors. It's excessive. I don't know that it's super necessary. They were a gift and I plan to use them and I'm going to enjoy them. But yes, let me know down in the comments how you like to store your foams. Thank you again. Let's get together again soon.